Alright, so we are doing 12.2, solving systems of linear inequalities. Central question, how do you solve a system of linear inequalities? I will let you guys know that all we're going to be doing today is graphing two inequalities on one graph and using that to see what our solutions would be. Here's my cat, again, that knocked over the video recorder one time. Apparently he's going to videotape with me. Let's see how this goes. Alright, so I'm going to go ahead and erase this equad because I need to use this space to write my equations. But I do want to let you guys know that if you do not have two different colored markers in front of you, you need to go grab those. Also this worksheet, you should have this worksheet in front of you as well, because that's what we're going to be using to take the bulk of our notes today. So you need two different colored markers. I don't care what color, just two different colors, and then this worksheet. Okay? Well, and probably scissors and glue as well. Alright, so, how'd the eraser go? Alright, so I'm going to erase this. It's still on the video. You can just go back. You can look at it back on the video. And what we're going to do is I'm only going to do two examples with you guys, and I'm going to give you the rest of the time to practice, because I think that's really what's going to help you learn how to solve these. So the first example we're going to do is number 1. This is what we're going to do together. So what I would suggest is that you just cut it out, paste it in your right hand side, and we'll do those together. Alright, so number 1. Y is less than or equal to negative x minus 2, and y is greater than or equal to negative 5x plus 2. And I'm going to, with your two different colors, so let's say one of my colors is purple, so I'm going to box my first equation in purple, and let's say my second equation is blue, so I'm going to write it out and box it in blue. Okay, so go ahead and do that on your paper. Make sure you're boxing the first equation in one color and the second equation in the second color. Alright, I'm going to go ahead and go about graphing these. So the first one, the slope is negative 1. That's the slope. And the y-intercept is negative 2. So to graph that, I go to negative 2. Slope is down 1 over 1. Okay. Alright. I know that it has a line underneath it, so it's a solid line, not a dashed line. So when I connect it, it's a solid line. Okay? And then for the shading, I'm actually going to do it a little bit differently than plugging in the 0, 0. You can still plug in the 0, 0, but this is how I'm going to do it. I am going to say above or greater. I'm going to highlight just the above or greater than on the y-axis, okay? Alright, and then below or less than is going to be underneath the line on the y-axis. Okay, so my equation says y is less than negative x minus 2. So the side that I am going to shade is this less than or below the line side. Okay, stop, quit it. Okay, this is what I'm shading. Stop. Alright, and then we're going to graph the second inequality on this exact same graph. This exact same graph, but now we're in blue because that's my second color, my second equation in blue. So here, my slope is negative 5 over 1, and my y-intercept is 2. So to graph that, I go to 2, and my slope is negative 5 over 1. Negative 5 over 1. Okay, since it has a line underneath it, it's greater than or equal to, it's going to be a solid line. Okay, and I'm going to do the same thing. So I'm going to erase my green and red really quick from my purple line so that I can do the same greater than and less than as I had done with the other equation. Okay, so looking at my blue line, the less than the line is down here. Less than that line. Okay, greater than that line or above that line is up here. So when I read this inequality, it says y is greater than negative 5x plus 2. So my shading is going to be in the greater than side. Okay, so when I am solving this system, two equations, system of linear inequalities, there's only one part that's actually my solution. The only part that is my solution is where the blue line is, the blue shading, and the purple shading. So this right here is the only part that is a solution to my system of inequalities. That's the only part because it has blue and purple. Okay, so with every single one of these equations, what we're going to do is we're going to write out two solutions. Remember, solutions in there, and two non-solutions. Okay. So anything that's not in this area is a non-solution. This is the only area that's a solution. So if we pick a couple coordinate points in here, pick this one and this one. Let's say it's 1, 2, 3, negative 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. So 3, comma, negative 6 falls into this solution category where the blue and the purple is shaded. Okay, another solution would be, how about this point right here was 3, negative 9. 3, negative 9. Another one that's in the black area. Non-solutions are coordinate points that are anywhere else. So let's say right here, that's a non-solution. So negative 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, negative 3. Negative 7, negative 3. That's a non-solution. How about up here? Yep, that's a non-solution. Negative 1, 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. Negative 1, comma 6. It's also a non-solution. So we're going to graph them. Solutions, non-solutions. Graph them. Solutions, non-solutions. Okay, so that was number 1. For number 2, you're going to do this exact same process, still listing the solutions, still listing the non-solutions. So number 2, but you're going to do this one on your left-hand side and try it out on your own. And I'm actually going to try it too on my own. So and I'm going to show the answer. So if you need to skip forward a little bit in the video, I'm going to work it out on my own and then show you the answer so you can check yours. All right, almost there. Okay, so both of your lines should be dashed, and they're actually the same lines as the previous one. You didn't notice that. But both of your lines should be dashed. Hard to tell exactly what I did here, but here's my black line, there's my black shading, here's my purple line, there's my purple shading, and the red section is the only section that is a solution to this system. The only section that is a solution to this system because it had both black and purple writing or shading for me. Awesome. Okay. So the last one we're going to do together is one that we have to actually write in slope-intercept form, and that will be number 7. So number 7, I suggest cutting it out and gluing it on your right-hand side. So one we're going to work out right now, since I've, oh, there it is. There we go. Remember, for all these, you should be writing solutions and non-solutions every single time. Alright. So I'm not going to have quite as beautiful of a graph this time, just because I do not have the time to make that and make you guys wait for me. Alright, so the two equations, same as number 7. First equation I'm going to do for me in purple says 4x plus y is less than 2. Well, unfortunately, I'm not going to graph it just like this because I don't have the slope and I don't have the y-intercept. So what I'm going to do is I'm going to get my y by itself by rearranging things. So I'm going to subtract 4x from both sides. I get y is less than negative 4x plus 2. Okay, now I've got my slope, I've got my y-intercept. That's the first line I'm going to graph. Second line I'm going to graph, I'm going to do in blue just like I did last time. And I get y is greater than negative 2. Perfect. Make sure you're circling the ones that you're boxing the first equation in your first color, boxing the second equation in your second color. Alright, so my purple one, I've got a y-intercept of 2, y-intercept of 2, and a slope of negative 4. Alright, since it has no line underneath it, it's just a less than, it's going to be a dashed line. There we go. And I'm going to do the same method that I did last time for shading. So above this line on the y-axis is going to be up here. That's above the line. Okay? Below the line on the y-axis is going to be down here. Okay? Below or less than. When we read this equation, it says y is less than negative 4x minus 2. So that means we shade on this side, on the red side, this side that's less than. Whoops, not doing red shading, doing purple shading, because that's my first color. Sorry about that. And then the next equation should be easier to graph. These should always be the easiest ones to graph. When you just have one variable, they should be very simple. And if they aren't simple for you yet, you need to come in and get some more practice with them. So this says y is greater than negative 2. So I look on my y-axis at negative 2. And I know that it's going to be a horizontal line across. Since it is just greater than, it does not have the line underneath a greater than sign, I know that it's going to be dashed all the way across. And if I do the exact same method with above and below as I did before, then this is how it goes. Above this line, we got greens. Below this line, we got reds. Okay, when I read this, it says y is greater than negative 2. So that means that we are going to shade the side that is greater than the line. So we're shading in blue, greater than. And I'm going to look, remember, at the part where both the purple and the blue are overlapping. So the purple and the blue are both shaded in that region. So in this particular instance, this area right here, this area is the solutions to this system of linear inequalities. Okay, not here because that's just purple. Not here because that's just blue. Has to be both of them. Has to be. And when we do solutions and non-solutions, solutions have to be in here. So let me just pick a couple points. Pick this point right here. That is negative 2, 0. And if I pick another point, let's say here, that is negative 5, 1. Those are both solutions. They lie in this double shaded area. Our non-solutions, we're going to give 2 examples of them. Okay, go pick anything. How about this one out here? 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 0. That's a non-solution. And this one right here is 4, negative 3. That is also a non-solution. Alright, so what you guys are going to do, that's all I'm going to do for this video. What I want you guys to do is you have a lot of practice problems in front of you because this takes practice. And to get it down, you just have to practice. There's not much else you can do. So you have the rest of these problems. You have number 3, 4, 5, 6, and 8. I want you to work all those out. They should all go on your left-hand side. Every single one of them should go on your left-hand side. And then when you're done, you can start working on homework. The homework is up on the board, but I'll tell you, it's page 552 to 554, number 2 through 20 even. And I haven't shown you guys my doggy yet, so I'm going to show you guys my doggy. I don't think I ever got it on video. Chance, come here. Chance, come say hi. Chance, come say hi. Hey, come say hi. Video. You're supposed to say hi in the video. Anyways, that's my dog.